collective energy reading. Please only take what resonates. Always leave the rest for the best, no matter stress. Because people are looking, this could be this King of Wands, all in their feelings, so deep in the feelings. Rumor has it, it's that mutate with mouth. It's that distance, it wraps tails, it's reputations, it turns lies to real. That's when you're seeing people what was telling and not speaking that truth, that whole truth, and nothing but the truth. It shall come to light. That's when you have to gain that high introspection about actions, when people's taking actions and the way they was creating and speaking, these family members as well as friends that you was around in your community, your partners, the choices that they was making. Where are those acting and quick thinking but not thinking on that rightful path logically? They could be making one to take adventure. And that's embarking on ventures together and the joy of the unknown. Life insurance, you could see about certain people, the joy of unknown, took some life insurance. They could be like seeing some secrets, scribing, because you have got that great talent writing and that content. It's that creation. That's your words. You've got that power. No one can break your heart. Your heart is mine. So you're moving towards, that's influencing others to not make people break your heart, and when they're coming towards you, know what they're coming for, because that's like hurt people, unhealed people don't know how to heal themselves. Those healers are coming around and they're helping you, supporting you, assisting you, enabling you to be able to grow, transformation, change for the better. Sometimes you ended up getting detached and feeling in those emotions, flighty because you're insecurities, and that's cleansing the storm. Those conflicts, it's releasing, it's truths, it's clarifications, it's emotional collisions, different thoughts, feelings, different aspects. This could be this King of Wands, standing sharp with that power, that willpower, gaining structure, very fiery. They could be like controlling their ego, very stubborn. Three of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. So you're looking at this Wheel of Fortune now. And that's when you have to encompass those karmic cycles, and you have to keep them going round and round and round and round the circles, and start analysing and recognise who blocked you and who made you be on that glow dance role. These family members, friends, the people that was around you with that willpower, aggression, they can see you've got this creative skill. You're able to be able to move, let go, because it's that Wheel of Fortune for you to be able to transform, change. People see you steadfast, organised, you've got these structures. You're able to continue to keep on going forward, looking about these karmic cycles. 301s, when people are blocking you, family members and friends, they're not, you've got that insight. They didn't realise that you wasn't able to take that action, stand within your power and speak your truth about people in that unknown that was blocking you and stopping you. Like you didn't have that clarity, you was grounded, you had this stability. People are sinking, they're feeling like lava. You know, you feel like you're just having that hot pile of lava coming down on you, because it's like higher clarities, higher awareness, introspection about Four of Cups, people in their emotions, thoughts and feelings, about actions that you were taking. When you were taking these actions, Five of Pentacles, about money. And it looked like it was coming in reverse. They could be having hardship. And who was blocking them and holding on to this money with great willpower. Working the way you're working, you're creating, you're moving, travelling. You could be moving and travelling with your work. Other people's got a social awareness of you. This divine feminine, masculine, they could be seeing you. Four of Wands, they may be seeing you standing in your power, getting that victory, just gaining that strength, seeing you a part of that foundation, that home, that stability. That's when you have to look and start bridging certain gaps to your mind, to your thoughts, to your feelings, because now the way how you feel. So they're looking to, in their mind, they're thinking now in their mind, getting that higher clarity, because they see you as that sun. You have encompassed, they can see you're achieving, you're growing. They may be trying to be able to gain this discipline now and going through those cycles, connecting to their emotions, getting in that feminine energy, trying to be creative, maybe to come and speak towards you. You could be seeing how certain people was trying to block you doing sorcery, spell work, family members, friends, occultists. They didn't look at the scroll. They didn't look at the codes. When they was looking at the codes, they wasn't doing it in a rightful way. They couldn't even show their face. And this is certain people trying to block you about love and how you're creative and you're balanced and you're gaining introspection. So you're able to grow. That's when you're looking back to the mysteries of your story. You connect to the divine. Your ancestors get that high clarity in regards to what actions, what people are doing. Now this divine feminine, masculine, they may be wanting to be able to take action, gaining strength and power, gaining introspection, ready to start speaking love. They could be guarded and feeling like they got to protect themselves. They could be feeling weak at the same time. They've got the armor on now. Take this all as it resonates, guys. Must have been talking that for a reason. It says, hi, Faye, Jen, Finns. They're fighting on the ground, in the sky, and powers 12. So they could be fighting on the ground, in the sky, powers 12. That's political, achievement. They could be lean like high services, governmental. You see them being wielded just as much as words. Swords, we dodge. That's those social foes, that's setting backs, and that's looking those divine feminines and masculines when you're on that wheel of fortune, that karmic cycle. When people try to be lying, speaking, coming with this aggression towards you, you dodged a lot of BULTs. You wasn't able to encompass emotions. When certain people was coming towards you with conflict, stress, you could be out and partying and socializing, just moving, integrating with other people. People's got this social awareness of you because your mystical skills, what you've got, and you look at it and encompass your emotions, and you've got that compassion. You use your initiatives. You're adaptable. Now, the people didn't know how to be able to speak and be creative the way how you did, so they flew and thrown aggression towards you, family members as well as friends in your social circle, in your setting. That was about your foundations, how you wasn't able to have that inner standing, listen to that spirit of inside of you, be creative, speak. That was you being loyal. Certain people were selfish. You could continuously kept on moving forward because you was optimistic, and you continuously being sincere to yourself, connecting to the divine, because that was that higher part. Those karmics be trying to hide their Roman numeral to Cupid mark. There was a karmic, that karmic feminine friend within your community. Unrest for their head. So they had that mark on their forehead. So that was there straight in that middle. You seen they didn't have that higher clarity. They had that numeric number. They wasn't able to be able to see higher clarity the way how you did. That was that tattoo indicating they be punished. And they're looking now because by Venus, and that's by love, and that's looking at that highly daily. They're looking at that unique caption because now they're identifying this divine feminine, masculine. They're standing in their structures now, trying to gain introspection about the cycles, what they've gone on, emotional, mental, relationships, where you've encompassed. Who was you flighting detached from? Why was you holding on? The way you were speaking, how was you speaking? Was it in a positive way? Because I didn't invite them, I promise. These family members, friends, they could be saying I didn't invite them, I promise. 12, funeral, church, wedding, somewhere, setting, high setting. They're saying they didn't invite you. They're gaining introspection, hangman, 12, family. You have changed, divine masculine. Feel like I don't know you no more. So you could see this divine masculine has changed. You feel like you don't know him no more. They may feel like they don't know that masculine no more. 6, people within that community, people in your community, people who you're working alongside with, maybe because of their choices and the way how they're moving, they was not so faithful and practical when they was moving and caring towards you. 5, with aggression, stubborn and controlling. I will show her. I will show you her, but not too soon. This girl might be the one. So they could be saying, I will show you her. 5 of Pentacles. They was could have been a cultist, church, family members, someone of a high stature. Yes, she's a baddie with a future, but she's different. Her energy was just different. I actually like her. So they could be looking at you saying you was baddie, but you was with a future. 5, 8, they was on that karmic cycle. They was doing things in the unknown. I don't know why I had 4 there. Oh, because of that 4. They was on that karmic cycle, doing things in the unknown. That was letting you know because they was fearing, and it was all fear from that fear, lack mindset. Flight and detached from emotions. That's when you got all those habits, sexual energies, aggression, controlling, stubborn, not listening to the spirit within inside of you and having that discernment, knowing about boundaries. And that's now when you have to integrate, and that's when you trusted and wasn't honouring that higher source within inside of them. They won't listen to that spirit. Now they're connecting back to their self, because then you have to look back to the cycle 11. It's like it was that divine intervention. They're starting to understand. Now they're understanding who you are, your energy. Now they see your energy. When they was with you, they didn't see your energy. The way you communicated, the way you had that introspection, different backgrounds, different cultures, maybe different religious belies or complete trust that you had. You stood and stand and speak in your power. You've got control. These people were stupid and trying to control you. They didn't realise you was brave. You was able to tame certain lions. Because they're karmic now. Ooh, they're karmic now. Ten of Swords is collapsing. This Witch of Wands is collapsing. Because you be speaking this truth, standing in your power. You're creative. Certain people's trying to control. Fire, water. I don't know what's wrong with these fire signs, these water signs, but you guys in that fire, controlling, possessive, stubborn, lack mindset, want to dominate over other people, resources, all because you're not got moral compass and you're not got no manners, no respect, no dignity. They can see that you're standing within your power and you speak your truth, because I am, and I act, and I feel, and you're growing and you're evolving and you're speaking, because you're encompassing the mysteries. You got understanding. You're firm. You see about these people who did that spell work towards you, coming with their black cat, thinking that they got high clarity and high introspection to be able to block you, giving you Ten of Swords. Like, you didn't know everything's gonna be alright. You said, no woman, no cry. You listen to your ancestors, your spiritual guides. You get divinely guided. They give you that all-knowing, that clarity. You have that understanding about the actions when people are using a great force to block you. This is even families, friends that are supposed to be caring and nurturing it, because they're not practical. They're not using that sensitivity. They haven't got that understanding. So when you have to tell these people about the actions, I've got high clarity in regards to what you're doing. You're unbalanced. You're not creative. You're not speaking in that positive way. You're not enabling yourself to be able to grow. Have compassion, because you lack compassion. When you're trying to be able to uncontrol the narratives, people's dynamics, resources, houses, controlling people's minds so they're not able to be able to have love and compassion and give that. That's that nurturing skill. You're unable to be able to stand in your power. Your country, you've got control, your own narratives. You've got firm foundations. You've got structures. You're brave. You've got strength. You've got tenacity. You've had to encompass emotions. You've hit them 4 cosmics and you've had to look and see earth, air, water, fire. Stand it in your strength. That's when you're encompassing emotions and moving graciously with love and grounded. People try to collapse you, block you, like you wasn't working, like you couldn't work. This masculine, this feminine, now it's stress. It's in this masculine stress, now from this feminine energy. This feminine energy could be feeling all stress because of the willpower that they try to be able to put in to block you. Your Wheel of Fortune, theirs. All people in your community, look, 3 of Swords, speaking. Bad words. Very much a lot of work. That was like when you should have enough time, like you're going gym, but you're speaking on the computer and you're doing certain things to be able to block you because of how you're moving, controlling your work. Because remember, people know that you're prescribing, you've got a social awareness. You're talking about these family members and friends. They're communicating when they're out socialising and the partying and the actions that they're taking. They're coming with this great aggression towards you. They're conflicted in their mind, and because you're expressing and releasing those emotions, you've got that willpower and that strength to be creative, to be able to let go. Because you look a part of your life force, you connected to the divine, you got introspection, higher clarity, higher awareness. It's when you seek knowledge. And they're out there creating a rightful 7 of Swords to be able to block you. 17, now they're getting eye clarity in regards to you are. Baby, you're a star. Shine just the way you are. Those family members, those friends, doing spell work against you. They was karmics. 7, 5, 12. Now they're in that hangman position, these divine feminines and masculines, because they're looking back now about the actions that they took and their mindset of what they was valuing. Money, lust, greed, all for possessions. I'm seeking and I'm possessing. And they want to be able to speak because you're speaking and you've got that higher clarity, spiritually connected to the divine. They was like unsociable. They was not being able to be able to connect to their own emotions, their own thoughts and their own feelings. They wasn't able to be able to transform. They didn't have them transformative skills where you had those transformative skills. because it was about your dreams and your aspirations. Now they're dreaming about you. They was blocking your aspirations. 9 of Swords. Now they're having anxiety. Look at all these swords that they was trying to bring towards you. Aaron and rude and facing out of order. You ain't getting on. They're releasing. This divine masculine could be having anxiety. This feminine energy, nurturing, caring, they could be having anxiety now because that's that F. It's that F. It's that unaliving moment. 10, they could be seeking some information about family members and higher courts now, because that's that transformational stage. 13, about a family member, a friend passing away. 12, funeral. 9, far distance. High awareness, higher clarity. Cross-cultural, so you could see that family members seeking knowledge. High, masculine, family member passed away. Seeking knowledge. They could be seeking knowledge now. You had to find you, set knowledge out. Certain people were trying to block you. This masculine, actual energies. They've had lacked compassion. They're having anxiety. You knew because you was that all-knowing, you was the high priestess. It's all as it resonates because the spiritual ones. What is your soul calling for? So now they could be saying what their soul's calling for. You could be asking yourself, what is your soul calling for? Higher clarity, divine connected, having compassion, caring, nurturing yourself as well as other people, speaking, enabling people to grow with spiritual understanding, to connect to their own Holy Trinity, their own temple, your mind, your thoughts, your heart, your body and your soul. Attacking your page. Keep speaking, irritating them. So that Queen of Swords was attacking your page. 3, 12, the Wheel of Fortune, the way how your dreams, your aspirations, the way how you're moving, connecting, speaking. Because you're like a high priestess, so you could be intuitively guided, speaking, enabling people, social influencer with a lot of creative skills. Too busy hiding lies, secrets, when all they had to do was be real. They didn't want to be able to evolve and grow, so they was too busy hiding these lies. Family, now the master and the mistress of the story. That's because they didn't want to end these cycles, and when they was not listening, insecurities, social, emotional, mental, financial insecurities. You said the devil knows you well. The devil knows you well. You let them know the devil knows them well. Now they're collapsing, having that unaliving moment. You had to let them know. Don't touch thy anointed, because your father don't play about with you. And you know certain people are in your life for a reason, some for a season. You identify when the leaves are dead on those trees. Certain things have to go into that lava. You gain introspection, because when certain people are taking negative action and they're not spiritually, mentally and emotionally balanced, you have to get removed. Because of this destruction. They confided our language for us to know, understand one another. It's confusion. So family member, friends, the language, your communication, cultural backgrounds, institutes, the way I use communicated institutionalized within your mind, or occultist when you go church and religion, and just as we're doing is speaking about tarot, and then you got oracle cards, and then you got general stuff, and you interconnect it all, because that's the philosophical knowledge, high purpose. That's when you're evolving and you're growing and you're seeking it and you're connected to yourself. That's that divine, that oneness within inside of you. They didn't have that. They was a church goer, you was a connected, you was a spiritual one. They didn't have that understanding to be able to, they had confusions, illusions. So they felt all illusions because of the works that they was doing, occultists. They didn't have introspection. You listened to that spirit, you got that high clarity, looked philosophical knowledge. They were stuck and blocked because like family, friends, what you inherited. You know, when your mum, oh, my mum used to do this and spell work on that, so they would do what their mum did, learned behaviour. They didn't seek knowledge and learn and seek the wisdom, philosophical, different backgrounds, cultures, integrate it all. No one can't test for the best, no matter stress. That's why you let them know. Nobody can't test for the best, no matter stress, because that was you. A rumour has it, so you knew, a rumour has it that this Queen of some Witch of Wands thought she was brave, trying to block you because they were spiritually, mentally and emotionally not connected, because there was a wicked wicked, not nice, speaking, action, taking, stubborn, rotted, because they was in that Saturn, Satan energy, moving through those low dense energies, trying to take control because their limitations tried to limit you because they were spiritually restricted, and where there was programming that masculine, those family members and friends to lie about you because they was like, didn't have manners and respect, they didn't have that spiritual compass, they didn't encompass. You had to ask, grant serenity. They needed some serenity. They didn't have no serenity within their self. A rumour has it they was like a Jezebel, not right with spirits. Hot girl sauce, success magnet, jealous eyes. See, they have jealous eyes. Put it back there. Jealous eyes. All eyes on you, family, friends, because you live in life as a till the day you die, and you're just standing in your power because you're true to yourself. You ain't no fake bake. You don't have to pretend. You be your true, authentic self. You're unique just the way you are. You're a star, remember. You're amazing just the way you are. Because you're just destructing people out here in these streets. And now you got to sit down in their mind and their thoughts and their feelings. Because when they thought they was being creative for money, because of their mindset, what the value they valued, the physical world, you went and connected, you integrated that spiritual and that physical. You had the notion for the ocean, and now they're in the ocean because they're getting deep down within their thoughts and their feelings. Because jealous eyes confess louder than the words. Envy burns neon green, and you just got that neocortex brain activated. You can just see everything in between. We've got these bad mind people. You've got introspection about the feminines, family members and friends. They see you evolving, and they was trying to be controlling, and that's because you just had a social awareness of connecting to your ancestors and connecting those dots and understanding the process. You just jumped on that train, and you says, stay in your own black side lane, because you knew when you're going towards your fulfillment and you're blocking and stopping people to have to come and block you, trying to put you in all these situationships with these family members and these friends. That could be a Libra, Leo, Gemini, Pisces. 10, you got Capricorn, Libra, Sagittarius, Cancer, and we also have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. These people think they're so smart, but they didn't listen to that spirit inside them about this situationship, because more than friends, not yet, grey lines, sparks both reels, and stress, choices shape the end. So they're having stress, so you get higher clarity now, start growing, optimistic, higher wisdom about these family members and friends. The red flags. You seen about those family members and friends, and when you spoke and you said you're a cultist because one of your family members and friends act like they go to church and act like they're more than that, and they're staying the stage and you're staying the stage, and they don't like it because that hot girl queen, she rules with velvet and steals, smiles, soft, crown, sharp, and she never bows. She reigns. Because when you have to stand in your power and you have to stand and reign, because certain people was red flagging you, you've seen those red flags, you gain introspection from the actions at the quick, aggressive, come and tell you, are you going to say this? I am, and and I'm trying to control. Why? Because you got these secrets and you think that you're being creative in the way that you're creating in your creative skills, or I'm doing music and I'm just dancing, or I can do this job and I've got this business now, my car's like this and there I drive that car, or I've got this, excuse me. It's about that high clarity. It's about standing in your ground. And when you've got I am and you've got your life purpose, they're watching you. Because the way they was acting with conflict, extra energy, they was unstable within the mind, the thoughts, the body. When they was having these extra energies with your masculine, thinking they was being creative, like in that childlike spirit, gambling. You gonna hear about this shit. You gonna hear. Now they may have to go court. Because it's I courts and I decisions when you got to seek information. Now you could be seeking now because they're having stress, so they maybe need to be able to go and seek information about what they've been doing and how you've been doing it and who you was doing it with. could be even having to go to court. They could even got married. You could have seen got married, put into that home. This feminine, extra energies, holding on, spell work, magician, thinking they're a high priestess, but all you can see is that one in the black side, those in the dark side of life, that shadow aspect. You wasn't able to see their shadow side. They was working out of their shadow side, all because they was jealous. All eyes on you, because you're living your life, and you're just doing it for you, standing in your power, filling up your cup, because now all of a sudden, memories don't live like people do, because you're a treasured memory too, and those shared memories were shining, just like jewelry, and you're gliding, because they see those memories, jealous of you from back in the day, family members and friends, how you were, family, secrets, and that's the secret, because you had that compassion, you wasn't able to use your intuition. They wasn't spiritually, mentally, emotionally connected. They did was unrealistic, passive, aggressive, controlling, stubborn. That's because they didn't have the dreams, they didn't listen to intuitions, they was institutionalized, they didn't listen to the information, they thought it was confusion. They didn't know how to get that introspection. That's when you have to take that pause. They was sacrificing you. Hot girl magnet. Oh, it's too many. Hot girl magnet. You're going towards that success. That's when you got that 10 and you just move in. People's really trying to block you from going forward. Locking keys and locking doors. You ended cycles. Now these people wanting forgiveness. This family member and friend. They want to be able to reveal that love. It's revealing the relationship. It brings deeper understanding. They're wanting forgiveness because it's that window. Light enter both worlds. That's when you gain that introspection and you gain clarity. Why, where, what, when. Come with that boundary. You got that harmony. You are that sunshine. You could see they've had to go through some life insurance because they're looking back to these memories. I'm all good. As a bird, fly. So does the Most High, defending and delivering us through strength. So they can see you're God, so did the Most High delivered you through that strength. That was a part of your Wheel of Fortune. The Most High's watching. The Spirit guides are watching. The ancestors was watching. Beyond the human experiences, your beauty and your inner beauty. It's that beauty inner you. So they can see that beauty inner you, standing in your powers, that strength, you're grounded, you're caring, nurturing. Brown hair. You could have brown hair, they could have brown hair. Brown hair could be significant. Brown is grounding, gaining structure. That's about stability, foundations. Your change be killing them. Powerful energy. So they're wanting that forgiveness because your change be killing them. It's powerful energy, shift, transformation, evolve. Because they're having stress and conflict within their mind now. That's now they've got to gain confidence. Because they were at that instability, trying to be brave now, gaining higher wisdom. They wanted your abundance. They ain't getting shit. So those family members and friends, that feminine, could have wanted your abundance. They ain't getting shit. What's divinely guided for you ain't gonna pass you by. Monkey sees, monkey do. Fools. Monkey see, monkey do's. They was a fool. Those family members and friends, they seen, they done. They was a fool. You had eye clarity about the things that they did in the unknown. When they was in that house and in that community, having that lust affair when no one wasn't there. Oh yeah, you seen. Now they got to go because it's life insurance. Could have been doing it for life insurance, money, taxes, inheritance, loads. And that was all inside. Now they're all in their head. And they keep over and over again. Because they need healing, tell your friend. And they're saying it hurts so bad. Because they're all in their heart. They could be feeling unstable now. That home, they could be healing at home. They don't want to see nobody. All up in their bed. Because they wanted you to be abundant. Oh, and your gifts. You are that gift. They may be coming with a gift. They could be having a meeting in their mind, thinking, clarity, meeting with others within their community, your community. Take this all as it resonates. They could just be gaining eye introspection, trying to ground themselves with love because they're scribing. And that's inside. I was searching for you inside someone else. Inside, they were searching for you inside somebody else. They ain't you. Now they're seeing they're getting healing. They ain't you. Stand up for yourself. Know what battles to fight. So you wasn't able to stand up for yourself, because you know what battles to fight. You ain't playing about with people, so people don't come play about with you. When people are chatting shit and they're lying, trying to bowl you up or call 1, 2, 3 or more people, they didn't realise you was that 1, 2, 3, or because wherever the 1, 2, 3 is, Gary, that's where the Most High is within. Consciously, spiritually, emotionally, mentally woke. That's when you're connected using your intuitions, you're assertive. You're able to listen to your trust, your gut feelings, your body. Creating your misery. Someone can't see they create their own misery and can't recognise what they are doing. Being rude to everyone. They, oh my days, compromise. Look at the companies that they keep. They are lonely and that no one hears about them, which is making them stress. You are not recognizing that your own behavior are causing the problems. It's a simple rule. Friendly people have friends. Friendly people have friends. Man of my word, no, all I do is apologize for everything. So the man of the word, they're coming to apologize for everything. They hold it onto the karmic, thinking you was troubling them and you just be living your life. So they hold it onto the karmic. They thought you was troubling them. You was like they're living your life. Speaking about these people, because inside the ups and downs, you have to know your self-worth, because they was fighting a battle, and that's the mental. You'll be helping people to be able to fight that battle, to be able to experience, and someone is willing to be able to share experiences in this field that will motivate you to do better and be better. Your work, it's teaching, it's inspiring others to gain introspection, have that clarity of mind. You have to stay balanced about things in the unknown and why you're holding on to these things in the unknown, because the karmic was holding on and causing them trouble. So as I was picking this one up, it says you're clever. Clever, working smart, gets the job done. Focus on the basics to be able to find better. Listen to your heart, listen to your spirit. Forget the structures, firm foundations. Stay emotionally, mentally connected. Listen to the ancestors. Find that bridge, because it's magical. Your dreams, life is manifesting magically. You have the resources to be able to bring your dreams into reality. Your income is increasing rapidly. Remember, they can't take your abundance. They wanted it. They're having conflicts. Be careful with whom you deal when it comes to finances. There could be some misunderstandings with someone about money. So you could say money. People could have took this money. One, money, family, friends. 5, think they was being creative, holding on. Church, for instability. 8, things that's in the unknown. Assets, that's you're looking at some taxes, inheritance, loans. 3, they could have signed, put money. 5, institution, banks. 4, this masculine, feminine, and mother energy. 12, that could be some secrets. Feelings, I love you. You may be getting too emotional at the moment, causing you to be able to lose control over your career and finances. Stand up and come back stronger. So you have to stand up, come back stronger. That's meeting with your mind, higher clarity, higher awareness, analyze the thing, gain them structures, firm foundations. Look at that window, that's like your aura's window. Your mind, your heart, your body and soul get in alignment for the assignment, because when you're not, you're going to be married. It says married. It says an immense, uncontrollable number of variety. That's a vastness of multiplicity, and that is beyond human comprehension. That ability to, I can't get my word out, that ability to understand that you have and want, have the least comprehension of what you are trying to do or process. That's understanding your initiate to the divine, or even looking at the cosmic complete. That's the universe from physical, historical, and that's looking at philosophical, devoted to that study of even fundamental. That's showing a calm attitude towards disappointment or even defective forces. You're philosophical about lessons. Those divine feminines, masculines, family members as well as friends that confront that agreement in the relationship, you just seen higher purpose, what the divine seen. So you seen higher purpose, what the divine seen, steadfast, organized, stand in your power, stand in your truth. They was full of anxiety. Those spiritual aspects of perspectives, it was surrounding it. It was dark matters, dark energy. 68, those relationships, those family members and friends, the choices that they made when they was in the underworld, that's when you have to transform, change, get balance, and have that temperament of nature, and that's that dark matter. 27% Venus, when you're in love, moving with your heart, abilities, connecting physical, mental, emotional, higher clarity of the universe. The dark matter interacts. That's looking at I can't get the word out, government tree, but not electromagnetical, and that's looking 68%. And you have to look, because that's when you're looking at choices and you're not analysing. High clarity of mind, of as it causes you stress and you're not transforming. That's accelerating, expansion, and that's moving and transforming, because those karmics don't absorb, reflect, emit light. Dark matter affects light. They dominant, accelerating and fast and effective. That's looking sharp, and you're just like Cosmo. Those within pressure, that's positivity. Now that's outwards. You have to look at what you're putting out. It's pressure and it's pouring out, and you're just looking, because you're disciplined. You're looking at that interconnectedness. You've got that approach. Those divine feminines and masculines, family members as well as friends, the karmic energy. You just integrate knowledge, methods, and look at it from different perspectives. And that's different academic disciplines, education, theoretical. You're looking at it from different interests, like a teacher, a scholar, or even university, or even educational skills. That's where you look at it and gain higher clarity, higher wisdom to break it down, to understand, to overstand. Because that was caviar, squat, and shit. They were moving like caviar, squatting and shitting. They eat that ish. Yeah? F. Shit on a plate. So they're gonna have to eat that shit on a plate. They compose and compass, and that's looking at that potent star, because it's point U to the 8. That's pointed star. It's centered of the earth, because that was that compass is number 8, because that's that transformative skill. Pluto, empowering, supporting, assisting, enabling people to be able to take that action to go towards that success. I know he misses you, so I'm determined to change things. So people know he misses you, so they're determined to change things. I love Divine Feminine for always putting me first. Say they love you for always putting you first. They could be having conflicts, changing things with that karmic. It seems like an entire population has shown up for the ceremonies. 700 people, the entire population, they're getting insight, spiritual insight. We have our work cut out for us. So you could have your work cut out for you, because that's determination to make this change, to grow. That's moving with love in me than I've had in a long time. Let me see. I can feel love, my heart acknowledging all the consuming fast feelings. Does she know I'm about to go on the hunt? Can she feel it? I got more adrenaline, excitement, pumps in me than I've had in a long time. It's the old familiar rush that comes when I go for something I really want. It's that momentum. As a master thief, I've stolen a lot of things in my life. So they're coming like a master thief. Can you feel it? Can they get the momentum? This is a master thief. They've stolen a lot of things, that magical, that conflict, money, the finances, your partner, that joy. Don't go running to her. She can't tell you shit. So they could be having conflict. Don't go running to her. She can't tell you shit. She's not magical. She ain't got those skills. I can't make no promises. My GUN always loaded. So you can't make no promises, but your spiritual GUN is always loaded. Listen to your gut feelings. You got that higher clarity. You have discernment. You hold that inner peace. And that's a part of your personal power. Because you look at it from different perspectives. You self-accept the things you can't change. And if you've got the courage and the wisdom for you to know better, you're going to be able to do better. Because that's cleansing the fork and clenching the fork in your hand, screaming, don't stab. And that's looking at that. You're thinking, don't let me stab the bitch. So you know, when your spirit tells you and you're around certain people, you just hold the thing in your hand, the flock, and you just hold the thing, and you just in your mind say, don't let me stab the bitch. Don't let me unalive that. Don't let me box it. Hold this my hand, spirit. Buy me time, but let me speak what I need to be able to speak, because we've got higher clarity. We've got discernment. I feel it in my body and I feel it in my bones. And that's the way the people looking on you, even when they try to think that they can say something, them can't say a thing. Divine Feminine, sure ain't making this easy on me. No, you're not making it easy on nobody, because nobody didn't make it easy on you. And remember, nobody said it was easy. 2233, for you to have that balanced spiritual, mental, emotional, connect to your intuitions. Look about the choices. Get out of your mind. Have compassion, clarity, higher awareness to connect. And that's when you got balance. And you're looking about these communities. You've got firm foundation structures in those choices in your relationships. Personal growth. That's looking at that actual increases. That's the amount. Move faster, gaining quick. Transformation, embracing that change. It's good, it's bad, it's unlocking your full potential in order for you to be able to achieve your life's purposes, work-wise, job-wise, supporting, enabling, having that service, letting go of any patterns, allowing your skills and that talents to be shown to pressure. That's your life and that's your purpose. You're moving forward because you just remember that the universe is guiding you and you're not alone. They're making that secret plan jointly with your spiritual guides. That's your ancestors, the Most High, conspiring to be able to help you achieve your goals. And that the new opportunities in love, joy, peace, prosperity is on that horizon. They're looking at it's constructive to be able to embrace your true authentic self. That's aligning your actions with your spiritual aspirations, your hope, and that's your ambitions. That's for you to be able to achieve your goals, because that's empowerment from that Holy Spirit, a call from the Most High, a purpose to be able to align your will, great compassion and commission to that spiritual part of the gospel. It's enlightenment, collective self. It's indicated to that power, collectiveness by the Holy Spirit, your heart, and that's accomplishing task, and that's a specific purpose. It's leading others. It's helping to be able to deliver a message. It's spreading new faith with oneness of man. And you're assured of the divine presence. Your living person, your living presence. That's that leading those divine feminines and masculines from out of Egypt, out of sin, and that's a promise to be with them in spirit. The Most High will and called you to be a prophet. Here you are, and you're that seal speaking within your divine light, moving forward. You've got that receiving that commission like Jesus to be able others to be able to walk and hold. That's teaching the collective. You're that witness bringing messages to those divine feminines and masculine. It's holistically behavior and it's enduring, and that's that opposition. It's like an agnetism. That's aggression in even feeling behavior or even relationships between the karmic, the divine feminine and masculine. So they could see they need to be able to cleanse now from the karmics, those divine feminines and masculines. They need to be able to that calm. Check the mail, receipts, messages, responsibility, communication, administrative tasks. So they need to check the mail. They need to be able to ground themselves now, get some higher clarity about actions and introspection in this mail. The anniversary, commitment, celebration, endurance, it's shared renewal. So they could have got, you could get some information about an anniversary. Some people could have had a commitment, a wedding. You could be getting invited to a wedding. The time, emotion, traveling, transitions, positions, observations, liminal space, preparation, the groove, flow with confidence, movement. You could be moving and traveling. Someone could be traveling towards you. Gallop, freedom, momentum, escape, instinct, adventure. So when you're going with harmony, somebody could be thinking now they want to adventure towards you, give you these feelings because they're in their mind and thoughts. Take this all as it resonates. And that's to be open that window. So they may want to travel in towards you, to be able to speak and give you some eye clarity, to grow. This masculine. Take this all as it resonates, guys. Just leave the rest for the best. Don't bother stress. We've read all the things that I pulled out the bag, so I didn't want to leave none what I left out. And that was long. I'll just have them all there. BT, that's phone. Polya, BTP, phone. Or I'll take PH. 2 H's. Alphabet. Bat, hat, pat. baby fats. Another P again, W. Could be feeling happy, what the fuck? You could be happy like, what the fuck? Back. Someone could be coming back. You might take a nap. Could have a cat nap. And we'll have this E right here. And there was an L. Lay, nay, tape. You could see a tape. We're feeling bait. HB, P, K. You knew. You knew about this anyway. They was bait. It was fate. He was like, you're a prophet. So you knew that they was bait. It was caught on tape. We at bake. A ban. They could have a ban. Take this all as it resonates. They could want to eat. They could have went out on a date to eat. They may want to take you on a date to eat. Pete. Beat. Take this all as it resonates, guys. Always leave the rest for the best. Nobody stress. How?